guys, Mimi Webb is here. Hi, Mimi.
Hi, my love.
How you doing?
Yeah, good.
I'm so excited that you are here. You got something big popping off tonight, and you were saying that you were nervous. Why?
So nervous.
How come?
I think when you're doing those small acoustic shows,
Right.
with the industry people, it's just so intense. I'm like, they're gonna know what's going on. I'm like, oh. And it's all my new songs, so first time performing them.
Yeah.
So, and it's obviously acoustic, so you're literally it's just you and the guitarist pretty much. So it's just, it's a lot.
How do you get over those nerves, though?
I'm just gonna really read through. I've got it all recorded from rehearsal, so I'm just gonna keep listening to it. Just really make sure I'm prepared.
Yeah.
I was all day yesterday. I was doing it as well, but once I've got that last listen in, I'll be like, right, this is up to the universe now. I can't do anything more.
You know why I feel like it's more nerve-wracking? Because it's acoustic, and also with these small, intimate venues, you can see everybody's eyes and their faces, and they're staring into your soul. And you know what I'm saying? I feel like that it's almost a little uncomfortable. Don't you think?
100%. You're like, if someone's you do maybe a slight wrong note and someone's eyes just go, ooh, you're like, oh no, no, don't look at me.
But I feel like though that group of people don't necessarily know. They don't know if it's a wrong note or anything like that.
Yeah, I can just I'm just gonna wing it. Honestly, I've already prepared and practiced, so. Honestly, I feel like I just have to trust myself. And
You got this. You got this. What else is going on in your world? Because I feel like you have a huge couple of months about to pop off.
Yeah. I'm so excited. I've got my album Confessions dropping September 12th. So yeah, very excited. I'm just kind of I'm preparing because I can't believe it's nearly it's already under a month that it's out. So I'm kind of preparing myself mentally because, when you've got an album and you first announce it, you feel like you've got the whole year until it comes out, and then it's just gets that last moment and you're like, oh my gosh, it's literally about to drop. So yeah, I think I'm just kind of just preparing for that, but also so excited. I love this album so much, and I feel like all you want is for these songs to do the best they can possibly do, but you just at the same time it's kind of just enjoying the moment of actually releasing them and having them out there. I think is something to always remember.
I'm assuming these songs are your babies, right? So how does it feel to have your babies out in the world doing their thing for the people that they touch?
I don't know. I'm just how do I feel about that? There's some nerves for sure, very nervous because, again, there's a lot of stories I've kind of gone into that are very personal, but just grateful. I think gratitude, we always say we've got to practice that, and I think that's something that I'm definitely diving into. This one.
I will say, I think the best songs come from personal experiences.
Yeah.
So would you say when you write a song about someone, do you ever give them the heads up that this song's about to come out about them?
I did. There's a song about my parents that I gave them a heads up about, but not anyone else. Unless they're a friend of mine that we're all if it's an ex, you're like, no way.
Really?
No way. No, because we don't talk. Right? I just don't feel like I need to reach out. By the way, just wrote a song about you, and it's coming out.
Are you the type of person?
They're gonna be like, why are you telling me?
Well, no, because if we had an interaction and I'm turning on the Mimi Webb song and I'm like, this sounds a lot like me, I'm getting on the phone and I'm calling Mimi.
Really? Do you think?
Yeah.
Maybe. Yeah. I mean, also, I feel like it can be about anything. Anyone can take their own interpretation of it. But yeah, oh my God, that'd be so funny. I'd be like, yeah, well, that's what happens when you date an artist or a songwriter.
That's what happens when you date a musician or anything
musician,
like that. Just a creative.
Exactly. We got to pull from somewhere.
Exactly. And I feel like the best tea comes from those situations and those relationships and things of the like.
Yeah. No, it really does. And also then people can, they know when things are real and not real. You know, I think people are really starting to catch on to that. So we're real, baby. We're real.
Absolutely. Tell me why the name Confessions.
For me, Confessions actually was the last thing I had for the album. So I was writing this whole album on the, quote, unexpected turn of events. That was how I felt this album was for me. It was the process of it. I wrote the album, I then cut it, and I redid the whole thing. So it was everything felt like I was going around all these little corners, and it was just crazy. It was a roller coaster of emotions. So that quote really resonated with me throughout the whole process and what I really built the whole album around. And then for me, I was like, oh, but maybe there's another moment for that. Like, what is it? Like, what's actually one word that can really sum the whole thing up? So then Confessions just popped in my mind in a session. We knew we had to write the album track. And we still didn't know what it was. And I was like, Confessions, like, I'm confessing here. Like, each song's a confession. Each song is just me breaking that fourth wall and going deeper than ever before. So why not just sum it all up to that word, really?
So you said you redid the whole entire album. Why?
I just felt like it just didn't feel like me. It wasn't like, the music's great and I loved like, some of them were just like songs I adored, right? And it was like really good songs, but it just wasn't feeling like right. It just didn't feel like the right time to release for me mentally, like, and physically, of just the whole energy of the album. And I was lost in it. And I think when it came to like creative and really trying to figure that out, I just had no like vision for it because I felt so uninspired, I think, by the project itself. So I remember I made a phone call like near the end of last year and I was like to my team, I was like, I'm so sorry, like this, because we were actually meant to drop it at the beginning of this year.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
okay.
that was when the original album was meant to be dropped. So then I was like, no, like, I'm sorry. And everyone was so supportive and completely understood. And I think we were all kind of catching on to that I wasn't really sure where this one was going. So end of last year, Amy Allen and John Ryan just flew out to London. And then Tom Mann and Jordan Riley also were there. And we just completely just redid the whole thing. And that felt so great. And I remember thinking, I was excited. I was calling up my team like, this song's great. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. Like, I'm so happy to get that lyric in there and get that story in there. It all just felt like it was, all the dots were connecting. So yeah, I felt like that's when I knew that the album was ready.
Did you change any of the lyrics, any of the songs, or did you just completely redid the songs that you already had over?
We kept the songs, but we just did whole new songs.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, everything from scratch. We took one song over, or maybe two, from the original album. But yeah, we just completely new songs.
Do you think that there'll ever be a time where people will hear the original Confessions ever? Maybe like you'll release them like sometime down the line, maybe like some vault songs or something like that?
Yeah, 100%. That definitely could be a possibility. I think we also have this album, I've got so many songs written for this one project. So, this album won't be the end of this conversation of Confessions for sure.
Absolutely. Maybe like a Confessions part 2 or something like that.
Exactly. Never know.
Listen, I got you back. Yes, absolutely. How do you choose through the whole process? Like, I'm going to put this song because you said there were so many songs.
Oh.
So how do you choose?
It took, five separate 5-hour sessions with me and my label and my management. Like, all of us, it was crazy. We were just in this like studio in Sony, just like 5 hours at a time every evening. Like, sometimes I remember there was one night I got back at like midnight because we were just like going through it all, really sourcing through every single song, and it was really difficult. But then because there was also like there's 2 songs that we love, but we were trying to, without saying too much, we were just trying to like make sure everything had a moment. So I think that was like how we had to do it. And it has to be like, you have to think about the bigger picture as well. But honestly, I wanted, this album's a 12 song album, but I wanted to go up to like 20 at one point. And
I
was like,
frowned upon though?
I think there is like a certain, like with the vinyl, there is certain things like, you either do that or you do, like you said, a part 2 and things like that. So we were like, right, we've got this. We've got a really good idea on how to like distribute it. But yeah, it was just so hard. And even choosing the singles was so hard because one of my first album, I remember I released House on Fire and we knew that was a single, but then it was like, that was the one single. The other ones were kind of just pushing it along. But for me, this album, like, there's just so many songs that I would want to release as a single. So it's just been so hard to really get that part right.
Yeah.
So I think once all of the songs are out, I'll be like, oh, I can breathe, because then anyone can listen to anything. And,
September 12th.
Yeah.
So when you are in that situation, for someone who's never been through that, like who's never had a record label, like sit down and go through the like songs, what's going to be on an album or the singles, take me through that process. Like, so do you come to the table and you're like, this is the song that I want as a single, and then collectively management and the label are like, no, let's try this one. Like, how does that work?
Yeah, I feel like it's very the whole team. You know, you trust your team. You trust like your A&R. I work with Zeke at Epic, and he's just so incredible. Like I trust him with everything. He's also a songwriter, so I know that he knows exactly what he's doing. But I think it's kind of trusting each other and all collaborating on our thoughts on what to do. And you know, the thing is, you never know if you're going to get it right or not. Like it's one of those things where you just go with what feels right. But especially with like, you know, TikTok these days, all these teasing, like, you know, I think I'm just kind of at the point where we just want to be able to get it all out, and then people can pick and choose what they like. Because I think this album as well there isn't really just one exact sound. It all sounds like me, but each song has its own story and own sound to tell. So I think people, you know, there's a little bit of everything in there for someone.
Describe this album in 3 words, if you can.
3 words.
Take as much time as you
3
need.
words.
Spectacular,
there's a word that I was thinking of then. Yeah. Incredible superstar.
Deep, therapeutic.
Imagine. Yeah. I would say it's vibrant. I would say it's chaotic.
Chaotic.
And in like a really cool way. And then I'd also say it's very like speaks from the heart. Like it's very deep. Yeah. Authentic, yeah.
Yeah. Why chaotic?
Because
I love chaotic energy. Oh my, it's the best.
I love chaotic. Yeah. I love it.
Chaos. I thrive in it.
Yeah, and like even for like fashion wise, and like the concept with the creative, the Vivienne Westwood. There's so many like British amazing, you know, fashion legends out there that we're really inspired by, creating this whole, you know, concept behind the artwork and everything. So I feel like chaotic really represents the music and the creative behind it. And again, because each song really is its own thing, you know, it takes you on this journey. And I think some albums, you know, you can just kind of, everything's like got their, you know, you kind of like, you just can like smoothly go through it all. But this one, there's like, that's happening, then that happening. You're like, oh wait, I didn't see that one coming. You know, there's a touch of R&B in a few of the songs. There's a few little bits that you wouldn't see being kind of combined together, which I think was really fun to do, which is why as well I say it's quite vibrant, because it's just got so much to it. You know, there's just lots of magic in there.
Can I just say, I absolutely love an album that takes you on a journey through every single song. And I love an album where the songs don't sound the same, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
You know what
Completely.
I mean?
I remember I was listening to Beyonce's, she did an interview about albums and singles, and just saying how albums aren't really like singles, it's all about singles. And she was just kind of explaining the process of an album and what really goes into a true piece of work. And I remember thinking, wow, this is so inspiring. Like I'd love to really feel what that feels like. And I feel like this album has done that for me, for sure.
I feel like that is so, like sitting down and writing an album seems like it would be the hardest thing to do.
Yeah.
Like how do you even how does that process even start? Because do you wake up one day and you're like, gotta get an album out? Like how does that, like what's the mindset for that?
I think for me it was all about the emotion behind it all, because we're all so passionate about what we do, and we all want to like be able to really get down how we feel on paper. And you know, you also want everyone to like it. It's not just you, it's you convincing your whole team about these songs. So I feel like, you know, it's just a lot. It's a lot of emotion. It's a lot of like in your head. You know, there's times that you're really down about it. Maybe you've had like a bad day where you wanted to get that done or that finished or get another song sorted. Or then you're like on a high and it's like this adrenaline rush. Like the amount of times I'd run out of session and call my team and be like, this is a hit, this is the one. And then the next day I'd write another one and it'd be this like, oh my gosh, wait, there's so many. Like you just get so sucked in, yeah, because it's like your life. Like these albums are, you know, they're like your life. They're you're literally like, this is, you know, like people go to the office or, you know, or like, or wherever they at work, you know, that's your piece of work that's in front of you, and you get a project, you know, presentation. It's kind of like you're constantly feeding into that every day, and it's just working away at it and kind of like, you know, kind of digging through it all and figuring out where to place it, I guess.
Do you treat writing sessions like therapy sessions?
Yeah.
Do they work?
Oh my gosh, so good. I love getting opinions from other people as well.
Do you really?
I love it. I'm like, tell me about this. I'm like, this happened. What's your opinion? And they're like, well, and I'm like, you better agree with me. I'm like, don't tell me no opinion. I don't want to hear me.
No, I am notorious. Let me tell you something. I am notorious. I'd be like, which friend you need at this time? Because I can be the friend that will agree with you, or I can be the friend that will hold the mirror up to your face and be like,
exactly.
girl, you crazy. You being a little delulu
being
right
chaotic.
now. Yeah. Do you ever have friends like that that's like, Mimi, you're being delusional right now, but I like it.
I think also, loads of times. Like, I think also when you're in the studio, you do have like, there's times I want to go really deep on a song and like say everything, and then like someone I'm writing with, like, so there's a Tom Mann who's like one of my closest friends, been writing with me since I was like 16, 17.
Yeah.
Will just be like, let's just pull it back a bit, you know, like, because it's like I want to just say all these things, and sometimes it's like, it's definitely therapeutic because I'm angry, and then as I go through the song, I'm like, actually, we can pull that part out. That's a bit too much.
But you gotta be a little vague, though. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like people love the whole mystery of it all. Like, because if you're just putting all your cards out on the table, there's nothing for people to draw their own conclusion to.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, and then I'll be just putting people on smoke, like just too much. It's like, no, we can't do this.
But you know what? Sometimes when people do you wrong, you.
Yeah, exactly. Well, look, Taylor Swift's amazing, you know. But then again, there's the poetic twist to it all. So it's like the mystery of like what's.
You know what's funny? I want to backtrack on something that I said earlier. Like, as a matter of fact, absolutely not. You should not call the person that did you wrong. You want to know why? Because just thinking about it right now, this is your story to tell. It happened to you. This is how, you perceived it as it was happening to you. So people can only be but so mad when you write something about them.
Yeah, exactly. As long as you're not like stating their name and their address in the song as well, I think you're good.
Dear Bobby, 123 Main Street.
Yeah, it could be anyone. It could be anyone.
Will there be a Confessions tour after the album drops?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm going on tour in the UK and Europe in end of September. And I'm like, just checking it out and checking it's, end of September. And then I'll be doing so chaotic. See, this is chaotic.
Love it. When's your birthday?
July 23rd. I'm a Leo gal.
A Leo.
I'm on the cusp, I think.
Yeah. Happy belated.
Thanks, my love.
You're welcome.
Little July gal. Yeah, it's August now though, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I
quick.
think that's Leo.
Yeah, August is still Leo, I think.
Yeah. I think we're still in Leo.
We're still in Leo, but yeah. I can't wait for the tour. It's going to be really sick. Like,
what is your favorite thing about getting out there and touching the people?
I think for me, it's just being able to hear people scream it back to you. I think it's that energy. There's nothing that can beat it. Like, I get goosebumps.
It's a drug.
It is. And you just get like, you just feel like you're on top of the world. It's just the most incredible feeling. And, your confidence kind of goes into override, and it kind of like flips you into this headspace of like, I can do anything. And I think it's just the most incredible feeling. And I think that's why with these songs as well, I'm like, there's some songs on there that live will be the most incredible thing I've ever done. And I'm just like, I want to do it now.
You know what's interesting when you think about it? Like, think about how people are struggling right now with money. So the fact that people spend their last dollar to come see you in concert, I feel like has to be such a humbling experience.
Oh my God, so sweet. And like they're turning up to just watch music, like they're not getting any dinner out of it or drinks, like they really are coming to just watch the music and be in the moment, which I think is just so lovely.
I cannot wait for Confessions.
Thank you.
I feel like it's going to be popping. So we got the album, we got the tour. Is there anything else that's coming out that you want to share?
No, I think we're good, right? Album,
Album
tour.
September 12th, Confessions.
Yeah. Is it September 29th, the tour?
29th?
Yeah, 29th.
September 29th over in the UK.
And 29th. Starts in Europe.
Nice.
Thank you.
I love that. It is a pleasure. Thank you so much for coming in.
Thank you so much. Thank you for having me.